I think
Okay,
joy.
okay.
Yeah, no, no. Sorry, I really. That's what I was going to respond to just a minute ago. Anyway, was that I think that like we're actually not that far off.
Mm,
I think that joy is a crucial part of being a human being.
mm.
Um,
Mm.
like you see a baby smile at 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's
It's beautiful.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's incredible. It's one of the greatest things of all
It
time.
is the best. It really is the best.
Yeah, it's incredible. And like
Mm.
when they start to understand things and they're smiling, not just because they're about to take a shit.
So, okay, all right. So you don't think that that's a reaction to pain or suffering? Like that's not a. I guess I'm trying to apply the Sisyphus metaphor to the human experience in that way. Like what
Yeah,
emotion is
great.
more natural, right?
I think that like um I do think that suffering is the baseline. I do think that that is accurate. That like from the get-go, you gotta breathe. You
That's
gotta do
natural.
shit.
That's a natural
Huh?
thing to say. You don't have to think about breathing.
You and I don't, thank goodness.
And I mean, I did have a child. Okay, so my second pregnancy, I did have a child that reflex, and it was a reflex, was missing. So I get this on a very base level, but like the reason it was a problem was because the reflex wasn't there. It's not
Well,
a
all I'm
choice.
saying is we take things for granted.
Mm,
And like I think it's like every function is fucking necessary and beautiful and like requires more than we could possibly imagine.
right.
And like I guess like that just goes back to my awe and gratitude sort of sense, like my sort of that piece of me.
Sure.
Um, but like to me, that is an element of suffering that like it could be a different way, and it could be, more like whatever. Like I guess from the get-go, like you got to breathe, and to your point, like yeah, a lot of that, like thank goodness, uh
Yeah.
is natural, and also like You know, look, my mom said to me when my son was born, my mom said, there will be a moment in the next few weeks where he realizes that he's never going back in the womb. And there will be a moment of mourning for him. And sure enough, like 3 or 4 weeks in, he spent like one full night just crying the whole night.
Do you that's assuming that time in the womb was great.
Great. Yeah, for sure.
We don't know. In fact, I can argue that because my child's time in the womb was not great. You know what I
Fair.
mean? He was
No,
shoved up
totally.
into my ribs. I was on bed rest. He wasn't moving the way that he like that a fetus would
I'm so
naturally move. You know.
yeah.
So I don't, even then, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm so glad
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I'm
I
glad
think
you don't.
suffering begins. Well, you do, by the way. Suffering begins with
Huh?
sentience. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. Look. Right now, I am
Let's
curled up on
question
my
that belief.
couch. I'm curled up on my couch. My knees are tucked up toward my chest. My ankles are crossed.
Oh,
I'm like,
Rob believes
uh,
he's re-experiencing womb-like behavior right now.
I think that we do feel muscle memory of of the womb. I think that there are positions that are that
I agree. I kind of
compression compression feels good.
right.
Um,
Being
like,
held, being like
yeah,
pushed in, like
totally.
all of like the anxiety blankets that are weighted blankets. Like, yeah, that's I mean that's scientifically backed.
Nostalgia is wanting to go home.
I might need a shovel.
Sorry, Phil.
I might need a shovel, just so that I can get far enough to. I was about to get a what the fuck screen, but I already lost the list.
Well, I don't think I personally, like, this is a
Almost.
very firmly held belief. Like,
Well, then
What
it's
the
you,
fuck
about.
you're
is
welcome to
the
question
Uh
it.
womb?
oh. then it's about to get questioned, but I've got to make sure
Please,
that
yeah, no, please,
I've got to
let it
make
rip.
sure that I've got to stop interrupting, Raph. Why are you interrupting me? I've got to make sure that I thank Paniac, Freak Scene, also it's Aussie Bear, you, Rav, also Brody and Paul for helping with the previous goal. I had to say that before I lost the list, which I did twice. So I get it's a deeply held belief that suffering is necessary, or that it is
Inevitable.
inevitable.
I don't know that it's necessary. It is inevitable. That's all I'm saying. Necessary to me means that it is like structurally integral. I don't think that suffering is structurally integral. I think that it is by virtue of existing, by virtue of feeling things, there is a change in how you feel things from I feel good about these things. I don't feel so good about these things. Like
And maybe this is
that's
my association with the Sisyphus metaphor, that usually people use that to be that suffering is integral to.
suffering is an intense word. Like it's a very intense word. I think when we think of suffering, we think of the worst of possible experiences. Um, my very close friend uh, is a Korean Buddhist monk, and her whole thing is that suffering is the change from one moment. Literally, when I was saying I feel good about this thing and I don't feel so good about this thing, I raised my hand up and I raised my hand and I lowered my hand down because it is that like I'm literally waving my hand up and down right now. Here, can I turn my camera on for a second, Thrill?
So you can wave your hand?
Yeah,
Raph,
yeah. This up and down, that little thing right
yeah,
No,
there.
we don't do that. We don't do
now
that.
we can imagine.
No. Since 1945, we
Not
don't
in
do
that
that.
way.
Yeah, now
Wait a
we can
second. Wait a
imagine.
second. That was a 32
Thank you,
degree
Ralph.
angle and a
Thank you.
16-degree angle. Yeah,
Okay,
just to be
yeah, you're
clear.
right, you're right.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, like what? Okay, so here's where I'm gonna push back a little bit and just point out that you compared breathing to suffering.
Oh man, if we couldn't breathe.
Shut the. That's not what I'm saying, and you know it. Stop that. Stop that.
No, I'm serious. That's what I'm
No,
saying though. Every breath is like an
no.
unbelievable thing.
But that's not the point you were
No, that
making.
is the point. That is exactly the point.
It's that you were saying that suffering begins at birth because we have to breathe, which is a reflex, and you were
And then I
saying
even
that's
moved it
suffering.
backwards and I said suffering begins at sentience.
What's happening? I gotta get the what the fuck screen.
I'm retired. I'm officially retiring.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be so
No, I know.
subversive. I'm just saying we should all be in awe and we should all like that's all. Like maybe not
Like
all.
a
Whatever. I'm
sermon
not
of
trying to
awe.
impose. Yeah, totally. Yep.
Do you
Question
think?
away.
We
Yeah,
ought to be
question
in
away.
awe. Ought we be in
Yeah.
awe?
I feel in awe. I mean, let me recant, and I'll say I feel in awe, and I feel very gracious, and I feel like, look, I've seen some horrible things,
Is
and
this a
I
sermon?
have felt horrible things.
Not a,
And
no,
start
it's
recording. Who's writing this down? Who's writing it down? You know?
I am.
Usually the note taker, but this is not D&D. I
No.
do wonder then, if you were just saying we're in awe, we should be in awe, why you brought up the Sisyphus metaphor at all.
Well, I didn't bring up the Sisyphus metaphor. I was literally responding to somebody in the chat who had brought it up.
You know the rules, don't read the chat. I'm just kidding.
I know. No,
He's
no, no.
blaming
Fair.
on the chat. Yeah.
Do you
Well,
find it applicable to your take right now? Or like
I think that we should see ourselves as Sisyphus, and we should see not the look. How do I say this? I think that climbing the mountain is a hard thing, and we are doing it, and you are doing it, and I'm giving you a high five and a way to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean,
Thank
like,
you.
way to go. You're doing it.
Oh,
That's all.
Well, good job, everybody. Way to climb that mountain.
Thank you so much.
I mean that sincerely. I just hope that that's clear.
I feel like everything you say is sincere. I do.
yeah, everything Rav says is very serious and sincere. Yeah, everything.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
And on that note, if anybody's got a belief in a god or god's higher power or anything like that, and you're curious enough or courageous enough to question your belief, then go ahead and request on up. I wonder where the believers be if they don't be here believing. According to Chalk and Cheese, I am 64 days wiser.
Hmm.
Prove it.
Okay.
I suppose I might be 64 days wiser than I was 64 days ago if our measure of days is the same, and most importantly, what the fuck is wisdom?
Has Chalk and Cheese changed it up? Didn't he used to count down the days?
Yeah, now he's counted up. So,
Oh.
because it's my fuck is wisdom. So,
Oh.
because it's Monday apparently. So, but I don't know if it's my Monday or his Monday.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
Those, I think,
There's like 3 days left.
I think Chalk and Cheese is counting.
Mm-hmm.
Should I give the D&D answer?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
It's the character's intuition or perception, their connection to the world around them, representing their common sense, mental fortitude, and empathy rather than academic knowledge. It's the accumulation, the accumulated knowledge rather than the inherent knowledge rather than the accumulated.
Sorry, the intuition is a different stat roll.
Intuition is.
Or no. I think intuition would fall under wisdom, wouldn't it? It'd have to. Because it's not your book smarts, it's your street smarts, essentially. That's intuition.
Hmm.
The question is the dependability of the intuition.
No, that depends on your role.
Say it again. It depends on the what? Depends on the what?
I don't know, what's your passive perception?
She said the roll.
Perception. The role.
The roll.
What do you mean the role?
Oh, sorry, it was in D&D world.
We need to get Rav to a table.
Oh.
We really do. That'd be so fun.
Can I tell you something? Somebody invited me to play D&D in 6th grade, and it like never happened. And I have always desired to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I just have never had the opportunity.
I'm telling you, we got to do a one shot. Thrayle is missing out on his D&D experience because he's nocturnal and he's always doing this. I'm saying we should take one night, do a one shot, pull in Rob, pull in whoever else. It's gonna be good shit.
I felt like I was the only one who didn't play. I felt like everyone around here playing D&D, but I'm glad I'm not alone, Rap.
Oh.
Thank you, Rap.
You're so welcome.
At least we are two who hasn't played.
Funny.
You guys really praise that game.
I just like the idea of creativity and people doing things that are like relatively productive together.
Building a story
Yeah.
together is one of the best feelings ever.
Yeah, telling stories together, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. Like I don't really care so much about the combat, but I love character building and I love role playing. Like that's my shit. And then playing outside of how I would interact in the world, embracing somebody else and having to put myself in such a deep position of empathy is very interesting for me. I like that shit.
What do you mean putting yourself in a deep position of empathy? What does
Because
that
if
mean?
I don't usually walk that role, if I'm not like that person and I create a character who has different goals and motivations than I do, and having to place myself in their world and view the world from their perspective, I have to adjust my natural empathy to fit theirs. Like it's such a weird thing and a cool thing to be able to like essentially live as this person for just a little bit.
Okay, so what you're saying is that when you're playing the game, you take on a different persona.
100%. That's my favorite part.
Interesting.
It's challenging and very cool.
Sounds
And
like
honestly,
it.
very unsettling at times. There are a lot of people who will create characters based on themselves in some small way. I try to base my characters completely opposite of how I usually navigate the world. Because I find that interesting.
It's a funny thing.
You don't have to. That's just what I like.
I like it.
Thank you, Danny.
Any believers out there? Have you ever considered other people's beliefs? Why do you hold to your beliefs as opposed to other beliefs? Let's explore it. No. I'm just kidding.
And that was not for you. That was for the audience.
I'm just kidding.
I know that
you
that's
have no.
for you. Yeah.
How can you have no beliefs?
You tell me, Rob.
No, I'm serious. I'm like, I can't.
Do you,
Everybody believes
depends on what you
something.
mean. Yeah, sure. I thought we were talking about God and
Religious
God's
belief. Yeah, okay.
higher power or anything like that.
I can understand people not having that type of belief, but I guess people have beliefs and assumptions and all kinds of, people do be doing what people do be doing.
They do be
Yes,
doing
sir.
it.
Do they be doing what they be doing?
People be people and all every day.
What do they be doing?
Hard to say.
Okay, so I don't think that I have beliefs. What do you mean by beliefs?
You don't think you have beliefs? Cat, you don't
No,
think you
like
have your beliefs? Just the
Cat.
fact that you said that, oh my gosh, so good to hear your
That
voice,
in
first of
itself
all.
is a conviction, Kat.
I'm not really.
Like,
No, I'm not actually
I
convicted
believe I
about
don't have
that. Like
beliefs. I
it's
believe
just
I
a
don't
thought
have
I've been
beliefs.
having.
I
Yeah,
believe I
first of
will
all,
wake up
just
in tomorrow.
really quickly, Kat, you're
Mhm.
awesome, and just so good to hear you. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's the first thing. Second, like I think the real question is, what do we have against beliefs?
So, okay, no, it's funny that you said this though, because like, literally right before Thrayle started the live, we were all sitting in Discord as we always are, and I was like, I don't think that I have any beliefs because belief requires conviction, and I don't have, like, I can't think of something that I have that conviction about.
Why do you think that belief requires conviction?
I don't know that it requires conviction, but I find that people who believe things are pretty convicted, so it seems to be the
That says more about
example.
them than the belief.
Hmm.
That's good though.
The example, what I have practically seen, um, is conviction, and I don't have that.
It
Hmm.
sounds pretty convicted when you say that.
It's
When you
not
say,
really a
but
conviction. It's like it's well, I'm excited because this is a thought I've been having a lot lately, and then Raph said it, and I was like, oh, this is my chance.
So you have a firmly held opinion that beliefs require conviction and that you have none.
No, I have a like real world experience that I have seen that people who believe are convicted, and I can't like think of anything that I feel convicted like that, like towards really like I have ideas about philosophy and life and the world and the way the nature of reality, but I'm not really sold on any of them actually.
But you are of the opinion that people who hold beliefs are convicted of those beliefs, have conviction in those beliefs.
This, according to what I have seen and experienced, yes, I think that that is the case.
I mean, how is that different from conviction?
Well, because I'm not going to argue with you about it. Like if like
Does
I I
conviction require
I
an
could be
argument?
fairly no, but I could be fairly easily convinced that I'm wrong. Like I'm pretty willing to accept that that is not the case.
Yeah, but
As
just
it is
because a
right now, I
belief
believe that it
is
is.
not just because a belief is not like firmly held doesn't mean that it's not held. And like just
See, but
because one's beliefs are not, you know, convicted, upon or whatever, like doesn't mean that it's not a belief.
well, is it a belief if I am basing this off of like evidence that I
Belief
have?
is a spectrum. Like we have strongly held beliefs, and then we have like, yeah, this is what I believe. However, I'm open to, I'm open to anything. There's no like certainty, right? But that's still a belief. Without certainty, there can still be beliefs.
So here's a question, like belief, like how are we defining this? Like, because every time I think about something that maybe I would say I believe, I'm like, well, yeah, but I have like the reason I think that is because of the evidence that I have X, Y, and Z thing, and that
What
doesn't
a
feel like a
nerd!
belief to me.
Is that judgmental? I'm just kidding.
Belief does not usually require evidence. For you, it does.
Right. Well, no, no, no. What I'm saying is the things that I feel like I might have a quote unquote belief about. Like I always, anytime I sit there and like think about it, they're things that I think because of evidence I have seen, which makes it not like a belief to me because it doesn't because beliefs don't require evidence.
Hmm.
It's like when people are like, "When you have faith, you're gonna get out of bed in the morning." No, dude, I've gotten out of bed every other fucking morning so far, so that's what I think I'm going to.
That's the Venn diagram, cat. By the way, like
What?
that was the whole point of the Venn diagram.
Which one? We have several.
Yeah, that's fair. The one where it is faith, belief,
Hmm.
knowledge, understanding. Um,
Wisdom was in there somewhere. We figured out
knowledge,
wisdom with
yeah,
day two.
knowledge, understanding, wisdom.
What? What is it? To go back to the conviction and non-conviction, what is it then that makes you confident that your skepticism is certain?
That's a question. Um, confident that my skepticism is certain. Can you tell me what you mean by that?
That this place of disbelief, you're certain in it because you have found no evidence telling you that something else is true. Like, what makes you feel like your lack of belief is true, your skepticism is true?
I don't feel like it is. That's the thing. Is like I don't I have no certainty in my skepticism. I
But you are
am
confident in your
very
skepticism.
likely wrong about many things. Um, I just am comfortable in, like, I don't feel any like compelled in any sort of way to like um proclaim truths about things that I could never know.
Do you feel confident, though, in your skepticism?
Confident that I am a skeptic, or confident that there is no gods, or whatever.
No, confident that you are a skeptic. Yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards.
I feel pretty good about it, but I mean, like, I definitely could probably find some holes in it.
I wonder, is it evidence that you rely on to know it is true then?
I mean, generally, that's how I would determine what I believe the truth is, but sometimes I'm not even convinced that I'm not a brain in a vat, so I don't really
That's fair.
I don't really like
Cat in a
feel
vat.
like that the way we perceive reality like necessarily has to be true just because it seems to be that way.
What? Yeah.
You're a skeptic of your own,
Skepticism.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
not
fuck
in like the
with it. I
weird
fuck with it.
conspiracy theory way, in a healthy way.
Yeah, sure.
Do you? Okay. Here's actually, we're not doing question the questioner right now, but I have a question for the questioners.
Oh.
How do you yourself have any when you are questioning beliefs, is it based on a rejection of beliefs?
What do you mean?
Is there
Is
a
it based on
difference
rejection?
for you? Is there a difference for you between questioning a belief and rejecting a belief? Like, are your questions based on rejection?
I don't want to answer that. Thrayle
At
is
the
gonna
very
kick me
base of
out.
it, when you look at the base of your questions, is it based in rejection?
When I'm questioning myself or somebody else?
Yes.
So there is one thing that I reject that is, I probably shouldn't, but I do. And that, yes, the questions are based on rejection in that regard, but otherwise I don't think so.
Do you actually reject it, or do you just reject interacting with it?
I am still rejecting it. I
That's a
think
great question.
Hazel talked me off the ledge right after you left, so
Okay. I won't
shout out to
push
Hazel.
you back towards it.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to cross the line. I'm not trying to draw a line here. Just
No,
curious.
you're fine. You're fine. No, we were just talking about this in Discord right before Thrayle started the live.
That's fascinating.
That's why he's pushing.
Somebody tag me in. Interesting.
Yeah, no, I am.
Yeah.
Hazel talked me off the ledge, and I'm still rejecting it.
It also meant I didn't have to answer the question.
Rude answer.
Sorry, my
You don't have to do anything, but I wish you would.
Can you repeat the question for me?
Riddle Weaver, you're just trying to find a way to make it a question for me.
He's really good at dodging the questions.
Oh, I know.
Who?
Thrayle.
You know what you should do, Kira? You should say, I think you're dodging the questions, and then just drop yourself.
Yeah. As always, dodging the questions.
That was the funniest thing that, oh my god, it was so good.
But also,
the only thing that compared was me asking the Muslim guy why God hates happy people.
I
What?
still need to go back and get that clip.
You really do need to clip it. I mean, it was Tab's birthday. You have to clip it.
Can you tell me what happened with that guy? I missed it.
He got really mad and started insulting me and telling me that I would never have a boyfriend, and I was sad and lonely. And
Wow.
because God hates happy people, I don't know what it is.
happy people.
It was really funny.
I'm actually not going to reframe the question for Thrayle because I have to consider the integrity of this live, and I feel like the answer could affect that, and so I'm not going to do that.
Corner him in Discord later.
You know what?
Corner him.
I'm going to think about if the answer can affect that before I decide if I'm going to answer it, even though you're retracting the question.
Yes, officially, formally.
Then we need the corner him.
Okay. Decide.
Officially.
I'll him into answering your question. Good job.
No. I'm trying to say.
Him into answering your question. Good job.
No.
Right, I know. Yeah, wink, wink. Not, I got you.
Riddle Weaver.
That's what Billy does when Thrayle needs to go to sleep and we're all sitting in Discord. She tells him not to go to sleep, and it usually works.
It's not sleep time. It's not shake up the whole purpose of the live time.
No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I just thought it was funny. How as soon as you were like, I'm recanting, he was like, but maybe I'll answer it.
I actually think I'm gonna take 2 steps back.
What time it is in Kira?
What time is it?
Kira?
What time is it for you, Kira? I think is what it is.
It is 2:30 a.m.
I can't.
Kira.
I'm excited for that, actually. I'm so excited. It's very bizarre how we have connections in my state, but I love it so much.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be the most fun.
I have questions. Okay. Are we doing question the questioner? No. Okay. No.
I'm open to questions.
You know what? I am going to be off tomorrow night. I think I might as well get to this if I'm going to do it.
Okay.
You go first, Kira.
Okay. How do you determine? Okay. Let me think about how to articulate this against the Riddle Weaver. You have a lens through which you view reality. So, how do you consider what people are experiencing to be rational or not?
Are you asking Thrayle or everybody or what?
I'm asking Thrayle right now. However, it's open to the panel.
It's a really good question.
I don't want to dodge the question, but I want to make sure I understood it.
Okay.
Are you asking if, or not if? Are you asking me how I determine people's rationality? If I determine rationality?
Yes, essentially. Acknowledging your own lens of reality and rationality.
Logical consistency according to my own lens, and I'm generally not even looking for. Is it rationality that I'm looking for?
I don't know that it is, but I feel like it's something that we seek in the answers we receive.
I feel like that's a bare minimum.
Right.
But I need to think on this.
I think that there's one question that I ask myself in regards to this, like when I'm like trying to determine, you know, whatever the situation, the other person, anything, is, am I the problem? If I am the problem, then that person might be rational, and maybe I'm not. And if I'm not the problem, but we have to start with, am I the problem? Is it me? Work from there.
The reason that I ask this is because I have caught myself
Being the problem?
No, yeah, exactly. Considering what is rational through my own lens. And if it doesn't align with my own lens, it is very difficult for me to consider their views to be rational.
Buber said that integrity is the alignment between thought, speech, and action. And if we are aligned in these three things, and you agree with that assessment of integrity, then any conflict that is external to the self is just that. An external conflict is not actually an internal conflict. In other words, if what I'm saying, what I'm feeling, and what I'm doing or thinking are all in alignment, then I'm not actually in conflict with anything. And there might be things that are in conflict with me.
I fucking love your brain and your knowledge. I think that there's a lot of times where I'm asking people about their perspective, and I often will ask them what the authority is, and then I compare it to where we are coming from in the background. I'm not usually doing this out loud. But I wonder what our authority is, and usually the answer boils down to how we see reality, which led to this question. Is our lens shaping what is or is not rational? And who the fuck are we? You know what I mean?
And then we're back to, am I the problem?
I've often questioned if I was the villain in somebody else's story, or if I'm the hero in somebody else's story.
You are both.
And probably neither to a lot of people.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome.
Well, like, I think that I think the reason that I wanted to ask it was as the host of the live, how that lens drives the live, how that how that kind of shapes how the answers received are received. You know, I'm just saying this because I've had to question a lot of my own perspective based on the answers that I receive and my reaction to those answers.
I do have a major question for the, creator of the live. Something I asked the last time I was in here, but got an answer from somebody else and not you. How do you stay so partial and not bring your own belief structures into it?
Well, that's very similar to what Kira's asking.
I guess it is.
Generally, whatever the belief is, unless it is whatever this thing is that I'm considering is rational, I'm generally just questioning it to see if they can consider an alternative, regardless if I think that's a more plausible or a better alternative. It is just to see if they can consider it, though there are a lot of limitations I don't think I fully am aware of, like I'm doing intentionally.
Well, that's why
It's not just, it's not just randomly, it's not just opposing every idea, it's not contrarianism, but it's...
No.
Well, I mean, you didn't oppose my religion and my faith structure. You went about it in a way that made me think, not question exactly, but think about why I believe said belief. Not the fact that I believe it, but why I believe it. And where did that belief structure come from? And, all of that. You made me truly think about that. And I've been doing nothing but that for the past 3 weeks. And, and intelligent minds think intelligently. And that is something that you helped me do as an intelligent person, is you helped me think about that.
I'm glad to hear that I was able to help you on it. I hope that you're still questioning it, still searching.
I am. But you also did it in a way that didn't make me feel attacked. And that's where the partiality, that's not even a word. Yes, that's where you being impartial actually came in, was because instead of attacking my belief, got me to question it, but also make me feel comfortable in talking about it, which is freaking amazing. Not everybody can think that way. For a while there, I thought I was the only one that thought that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if I can pinpoint exactly what it is that I'm doing to stay impartial. Maybe it's just how my brain works.
I feel like I do the same thing, because I will question people on their beliefs even when I share those beliefs. From my lens, what is rational, it varies to a degree in the questions that I ask. But how do I articulate this? I can ask questions of people because the goal is exploring, right? But that, ugh. Nope, I lost my train of thought.
I think that for me, it comes from a place of like my true intention is just to one like understand whatever this belief, whatever belief it is, and why, and two to like help somebody, like think about
Think.
it themselves. Yeah, and so it's not really, it really has nothing to do with anything that I believe. It's just like a quest for understanding and community and critical thinking and
But does
that.
your tolerance for their answer, and that's a weird way to frame it, but I don't know how else to frame it. Does your tolerance for their answer depend on what you consider rational?
No, not usually. My tolerance for their answer depends on things like supremacy and bigotry and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, not like, maybe I'm
My tolerance for their answer stems from whether or not it comes from a space of anger or not.
See, and like when I say tolerance, I mean the point where I'm like, I fuck with it. All right, hell yeah, I hear you. Even if I don't agree, even if it doesn't align with my rationality,
Fuck with
like
it.
I fuck with it. I can fuck with that.
Look, I fuck with hot Jesus in the elevator real hard, right?
No.
This is not a rational belief.
I'm
It is
having a hard
completely
time
irrational,
articulating this.
but I fuck with it.
Oh, you guys.
I don't know what fuck with means anymore. The way it's getting used.
No, it's not hot Jesus in elevator. It's just like, okay, I can see what you mean. I
I see what he means. He means 12-foot Jesus in the elevator.
No. I think that when I say I can fuck with it, I can understand, even if I disagree or don't align with what they see as rational, I can see how they might consider it rational. I can acknowledge the differentiation in lenses, right? Even if it may not align with my reality and what I see as rational, I can somehow find my way there and be like, okay. That's what I mean when I say I can fuck with that. It doesn't mean
I'm
I
gonna stand
agree.
by. I'm gonna stand by what I said. I fuck with hot Jesus.
I was gonna say I hate it here, but I don't.
I'm standing by that. I fuck with it.
But also, I very deeply believe that if my alignment with what is rational, if I can't get there through my own empathy or through my own like considerations, if my lens of reality is so different from theirs that I cannot consider it rational, the questions can get a lot harder. And so that's kind of what I was like, all right, how far does this drive the questioning? Does your alignment with what they consider rational and what I consider rational move the
I
question?
understand
Because
what
for
you're
me
asking
it
now.
does. For me it does.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're asking now. I think that for me, my tolerance runs out when I don't believe that they really believe it, right? Like
There you go.
like New Lamp really believes hot Jesus in the elevator, and so I fuck with it, right? But if he didn't really believe that, then I wouldn't fuck with it at all.
We're gonna keep
But
on
he
pushing.
believes it.
Yeah, to get to the true why of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I want
Yeah,
to
he really believes it, and so I can tolerate it, every couple of months for 45 minutes, and because he really fucking believes it, and that is why it's tolerable.
But I do think
It doesn't
that,
matter if I think it's rational or not.
Hey,
yeah.
Thrayle, I think I pinpointed what made me feel so comfortable.
What's that?
You went at it not trying to change my belief, but having me question why I believe it. That's what made it feel impartial. It wasn't you being like, you need to believe my way, this needs to be dealt with now. It was, okay, you believe this? Tell me why you believe it. Very calm, very cool, very collected, and a very rational way of thinking. I mean, that's the only way I could think of it. I mean, it was confusing to me, and it kind of threw me off.
You should hear Hot Jesus in the elevator. Sorry.
Oh, I did. I did.
I love Hot Jesus in the elevator.
He's also technically more. He's actually technically Mormon Jesus in the elevator.
Rav's picture.
Is it Mormon Jesus in the elevator? I'm good.
That's the picture of Hot Jesus that he's using the. Oh my God. He's using the
Oh my
LG.
God, he's in an elevator.
Do you see this?
That's so
He's
good.
using the
Yeah, I love
LDS.
it.
He's using the LDS face of Jesus with a Roman god body. Oh my God.
Somebody
In an
dropped
elevator.
I fuck with that.
Kira's like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Daddy, sorry, hi.
Rav, you're my favorite person. Just so you know. And also, Rav, what you said when I came up here about how good it was to hear my voice made me feel really special. And also, before I came up here, you said a bunch of things while you and Kira were talking that I really needed to hear for different reasons. And that was really nice, and you didn't even know, but it was nice. Thank you.
Oh, Kira's leaving. Sorry. Did not hear. Appreciate you, Kira. Thank you so much. I don't blame you for running when, whatever that was.
What, me?
Apparated. No, the Jesus in the elevator.
No Hot Jesus in the elevator.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need it visually represented, but thank you.
I did.
It had
I
been
think
you're
Kira
right.
Reeves up until this point.
I did too. I needed it visually. I couldn't quite visualize it.
I think he said he did not need it, but yeah.
I mean, I did because
I said I did though.
I also said I did because I couldn't visualize it. Now that I have it in front of my face, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, I get it.
I will never look at a more. I will never look at a more.
Sorry, I was about to say, I bet you I could find that person at the Jungle Drag show down the road from my house.
And I will never look at
Jungle Drive.
I will never look at a Mormon painting ever again, the same way ever again.
Yeah, there's like a Lower Puna Jungle Drag show that happens like the third Monday of every month or something.
Oh my God, where do you live? I want to go.
In Hawaii.
What state?
It's like,
I want to go.
In Hawaii, it's like a drag show in the middle of the jungle.
Damn it, it's in Hawaii.
Legitimate.
Is it states in Hawaii?
Uh-huh.
He said what states?
Oh, yeah, it's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really good question also.
The Thrayle.
I really had to think about that after Kira asked it. Like, what makes it intolerable? If they don't really believe it.
So, what are some examples that you could think of that people really don't believe what they're saying and what they believe?
So, I don't know if I have any specific examples, but, like, you can tell, like, when, like, a lot of the time, the reason it's so intolerable is because those people are just there to argue. They're not there to, like, actually engage. And so they have this, like, half-formed belief that they just want to argue about, but they don't really, like, actually have any conviction behind, and that is annoying to me. I don't want to argue with you, and I definitely don't want to argue with you if you don't fucking even really believe it.
Okay. You have anything to say about that, Thrayle?
I'm sorry, I was playing with my backgrounds and allowing myself to be distracted.
He was asking us how how do you determine if somebody, like, because I said that it becomes intolerable when the person doesn't really believe it, and here's
I heard your
an
answer.
example. Yeah. Well, that's basically all that happened. So I don't know what you missed.
So Thrayle, I've actually watched you kick people before, and sometimes they weren't even being belligerent. You just realized that, I think you realized that maybe they don't actually truly believe in this. So how did you figure that out?
It's not even about whether or not they truly believe it. It's about whether or not they can question it and have a coherent dialogue.
If you remember the first time we talked, you were about 3 seconds away from kicking me, and then I realized what you were saying and just changed my tune. Again, I'm sorry for getting angry. That was my fault.
It happens often.
It does happen. No worries. It's a sensitive topic, and that's why I don't just I try not to overreact. So sometimes I can see how it might be seen that way. Do I
Spicy
overreact?
Thrayle. Spice.
Not usually.
I mean,
sometimes you do, but not usually.
I like spicy Thrayle, especially when it's
too.
warranted.
That's why I give them the chilies.
I mean, I don't think I have ever seen him actually go off on someone, but I'm kind of ruining that day when that happens, because I've never seen it.
But it is very scary.
Is it?
You haven't seen that before?
No, I've only been following for what, Thrayle? A month now?
About a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't ever yell, but it's very scary. I can't imagine being like his child and doing something really bad. Like, it'd be very scary. More scary because he doesn't yell.
Scary skeleton.
Oh, hey, Thrayle. What do you feel? How would you feel if someone called you a pagan, even though the true definition of the word pagan means none of Jesus Christ, even though you classify as atheist, right?
Does it mean not of Jesus Christ, or does it mean country folk?
Well, it technically means country folk, but it was used by the Catholic Church as a derogatory term for people that didn't believe in Jesus Christ. It also could be used for a derogatory word for unclean.
Could it also be used for a nature-based practice of?
Yeah. Hey, Thrayle. You don't allow us to answer a question with a question.
W. Yes.
Ooh.
W. This guy.
This guy. Well.
Good job.
But haunted. What do you call the people worshipping the Egyptian gods thousands of years before Jesus' time?
Pagan.
Exactly.
Or what they called themselves, which there is no true English translation for.
No, I mean now. Like, what do we do? That's pagan too, pagan. Right?
Yeah, that's pagan too.
Yeah, anybody nothing to do with Jesus. Then
anybody who does not believe in the Christian deidetic principles is a pagan, and that does include atheists.
According to the Catholic Church.
Oh.
Why is your definition in line with the Catholic definition?
Well, okay, it's not just the Catholic Church that believes that. It's most Christian dogma. I said most, not all. I said most.
Why are we using dogmatic Christian standards?
Because I like doing that. It makes people think.
Because you like it? Okay.
It makes people think.
But why would that standard have any relevance if the word has alternative definitions and alternative uses? If it is a sandwich,
Because it makes people think.
because it makes people think.
What does it make them confused?
But would you?
Oh,
shit.
Morgan.
So
Okay, let me rephrase that. It makes Christians think.
by
Yeah.
facing, let's clarify. The question is why we would use the Christian standard for what a pagan is.
Well, because there are Christians in the chat, and it makes Christians think. It makes them question without actually being up here on the panel to question.
I see. So the question isn't really for me, it's for them.
It is, but it's phrased towards you because I actually want to hear what you think about the Christian dogma with that. I actually had somebody ask me to ask this question in that watches your show. They followed me just to have me ask this question.
Rephrase the question.
Interesting.
Or repeat the question.
Sure. As an atheist, how do you feel about being called pagan? Now, I didn't want to ask this question, but they gave me money to ask this question, so I have to. I pretty much know your answer
about being called pagan. You pretty much know my answer.
I do, but he's here tonight and wants to know the answer.
So is my answer expected to be, I don't know, or don't really care? Because it's simply bothering me.
I thought your answer was going to be, I don't care. I don't follow the Christian deidetic principles, therefore I don't give a crap.
Right.
That's
if
what
a
I thought your answer
Christian
was.
calls me pagan, that's their choice to use that definition and that word, because it would be in line with their worldview to use that definition. It would tell me a lot about their judgment, but I can't actually do anything about it. So I guess your prediction is true. I don't know why it would bother me. Don't know why I care.
Yeah. They're just wrong.
All right, there you go, brother.
Says Sebastian.
It is just wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna like that answer, but oh well, too damn bad.
Well,
he's not getting his money back.
Pagan is whatever a person identifying as a pagan says it is, I suppose. I don't know.
Mean,
because I'm not a pagan.
Right.
So there's many definitions.
It used to be used as a derogatory term, and a lot of the neo-Wiccans brought it back and made it for themselves. So it is whatever, yeah. I'm a Nordic Viking. I don't consider myself a pagan either. We've already had that conversation.
Why would anybody hear what somebody else
Why would it?
It's really quiet, cat.
Hold on.
Yeah, muffled.
She's checking that.
Yeah.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. Why would
what sense does it make to waste any time worrying about what classification somebody else is putting you in?
Good question. And I asked him the same question, and he didn't give me an answer, but still gave me money. So, and Thrayle, I will be sending you a bit of that because I don't feel comfortable taking all of it.
Interesting. Well, Haunted, I appreciate you asking the questions that you did. Did you have any more before we move on?
Before I get kicked, I would love to stay in and continue some more talking back and forth, but I do have one more question for you.
Go for it.
Actually, it's more of a statement, but
I also have a question for Thrayle, if it's time.
I love you, Thrayle. No homo. I love you, Thrayle. You literally have made every time I come.
I appreciate you. I think we're...
The no homo was like that. I couldn't.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your questions. And I will let Sebastian get a question in before I conclude this awkward question.
Oh, you're done sitting in the hot seat? You ain't even sat in the hot seat, really.
You got questions, Kat?
I always have questions.
Mm.
I would like to reserve them, though, because they're more about me than they are about you. So, really, I always have questions that are about you.
I can definitely question your beliefs.
This is just a quick one, I think, Thrayle, probably, but if I may.
Yes. But first I'm gonna say, is Raph asleep?
And we have a Bats and a Morgan.
Oh, and good morning, Bats and Morgan.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. So, Thrayle, do you believe the universe was, or rather existence, was eternal in the past? It's always been here.
I don't know.
Oh, I knew it. Okay, so, but, oh, man. If it was eternal, let's just pretend, okay, for a second, just to think about it. How did we get to this point in time, this moment?
What do you mean, get to?
Yeah, like if it's eternal in the past, how did we arrive at this point in time?
If it's eternal, then this is just a point in that eternity.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
You say, how did we arrive? Like, as if we started. Did we start back then? Or did we?
Or are we emerging from?
I guess it's I guess it's a me problem. I just can't wrap my head around it, and it's better to just say I don't know. But and adding a god doesn't help at all. That just pushes it, because then where did he come from and stuff? So I'm just wondering.
It's because it's like incredibly difficult for a human mind to conceptualize an eternity.
Yeah.
It's like outside of our, like generally is outside of like our mind's ability to conceptualize that. That's why it's hard to understand.
Maybe it's me. I just can't. Yeah. How did we come to this point? So, but yeah. So your answer is just I don't know.
I mean, yeah. My answer is I don't know. But if it is eternal, the question I would ask in return is, why use that phrase? How did we come to this point? Like, how did we get here? Kind of, doesn't that have
not
layered
we as
assumptions in?
in, yeah. I didn't mean we as in me and you, but like this present moment in
Well,
our world.
so just because something is eternal doesn't mean like there has to be things that are happening in that eternity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we got here. That's why we're here. We are just a thing that is happening in that eternity.
Yeah, because I do believe there's the energy of the universe is eternal. So I guess it makes sense what you're saying. That it was always here, but yeah, it's still hard to imagine. Yeah.
Hard to conceptualize eternity, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's all I got, Thrayle, for now. And there's a new person on the.
There is
Hello.
Glam Scum Poetry. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS? Did you mean to request that?
Glam?
I guess not.
I saw him in the comments earlier, I think.
We'll set you back down.
Mm.
If you did mean to be here, you can, of course, request again. Will Chill probably isn't there either. But are you there, Will Chill?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Doing all right. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
I do. I've kind of came to this conclusion recently. I was more like a materialist all in my past, like all 20 years of my life. But I'm kind of tapped into simulation theory, bro. I really do believe it. I can tell you how I came to this conclusion.
Before you go that direction, what do you mean by simulation theory? What is a simulation?
I think the universe is very computational, and I think us being simulated by, I couldn't tell you the presence that's simulating some conscious being. I think is simulating us. Yeah, basically.
Why do you assume that things are computational?
Well, light speed is one thing. I think no real theism explains light speed correctly or at all.
Why would a theism need to explain light speed?
I just think that if there was a God that is really all-knowing, he would show, I mean, there's a speed limit to the universe, right? Like, all massless objects move at the same 299 meters per second. And it's strange to me. Why is that? Like, gluons move at that speed, protons move at that speed, neutrons, like everything moves at that speed, right? So, to me, with simulation theory,
everything moves at that speed.
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Are you sure?
Yeah. All massless objects. So like protons, for example, or like gluons, for example, or yeah. I mean, this. Move at light speed. Me personally, this is gonna sound a little far-fetched, but I think that's kind of the computational speed of the universe, and I think time is kind of our computational speed relative to the universe's computational speed. Basically, in essence. Let me pull up some more particles, but nothing has ever moved faster than 299,000 meters per second, and that's odd to me.
How does that imply things are... Well, hang on, you're saying nothing has ever moved faster than, well, rather than question that, how does any of this imply that there's a simulation?
Because there's no real explanation for why this is the case for the universe. And what I think is my theory of like time relativity being computational speed relativity just kind of fits the page the best. I'm not fully like, oh, sorry.
Is it possible that the Y is some function of like quantum physics of some sort that we just don't understand yet?
Oh, entirely. And I mean, right now in quantum physics, a lot of scientists will agree, and that's kind of how I came to this conclusion. I'm just a materialist guy. Like that's how I approach everything. And
what implies there is a why?
well, I mean, to me, there's a why for everything. So it doesn't have to be like a narrative reason. Just there is a reason. Why does everything move at that exact speed? I think it's because imagine this. Like imagine, I don't know. You play video games?
Hang on. Before you go into analogy land.
Sure.
My question was what implies there is a why?
I guess just kind of the cosmic perfection of it all, like especially not the time limit of
What does
life.
perfection mean?
Perfection to me means that in every molecule, in every massless particle, it all moves at that same exact speed. So, and why is it that, time relativity, like when we get closer to that speed, time slows down for us. And that's, I mean, GPS uses that technique. This isn't like unfounded. This is just the truth.
Wait, so does every particle move at that speed, or is that the top speed that it can't?
Sorry, I'm saying this in a confusing way. I've never joined a live. I'm fucking nervous, honestly. But
no, you're fine. You're doing fine. I just wanted to clarify.
It's okay.
No, not everything, but massless particles, just like protons. There's only
But they only move at that speed, is what you're saying?
We can't hear you when you're out of the app. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, light has never moved at a speed other than 299. I think it's 996 meters per second.
Okay.
And I wonder that. And what really confuses me about that is time relativity. Like, why, when we go closer to this speed, does time slow down for us, or whatever object is going that speed, right? And I think simulation theory explains this better than anything else, in my opinion. I can explain. I was going to make an analogy.
Has light ever traveled slower than that?
No.
Do you mean that light through other mediums other than a vacuum doesn't go slower?
Yes, I believe so. Light in atmosphere and whatever, it all moves at the same speed. In a vacuum or not in a vacuum.
Through water?
Yeah, through water. Yeah, it moves at the same speed through water. I mean, it doesn't have mass. It's not affected by mass. But the analogy is, imagine a video game, okay? Imagine your PlayStation is running at this theoretical speed of 100 miles per hour. Okay, we'll just say that. Your Red Dead is being ran at 100 miles per hour. So imagine Arthur is in Red Dead. So how does this justify time relativity? Well, what happens when you run Arthur?
Stop. I'm not interested in the sermon that you already prepared.
Okay. I didn't already
Stop.
prepare.
Stop.
I'm just.
Stop.
Who's
You
Arthur?
did. You've been trying to do this video game analogy for 5 minutes now. You're assuming because there is a speed limit, or is it because there is this common limit? This what you described this number C, right?
Sure.
Which is what? Like that's a specific thing. That's
Yeah.
the speed of light through a vacuum, right?
Yeah. Speed of many things.
Speed of many things. Massless particles are always going that way.
Exactly.
But if you were to cast a beam of light through a different medium, you don't think there's any way that it would travel slower than C, being not in a vacuum? Why would we bother making the distinction?
Right. Oh, okay.
And he's gone.
Bye.
That is weird because I did look it up while he was talking, and it's the maximum speed. Light does travel differently through water and glass. It only travels at the maximum speed, the volume C in a vacuum.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't think he meant to drop, actually. I think he just accidentally. Yeah. Or did you kick him?
No, I didn't.
Just kidding.
No reason to. I wanted to know the answer. Yeah, go ahead, Kat.
Can I ask you a question that I was going to ask you before we did that? You could probably guess the question that I'm going to ask you, actually, but how do you deal with cognitive dissonance?
I question it.
Do you question yourself into a not dissonant place, or do you just, like what do you mean? Like, right, obviously.
I think there are some cognitive dissonance. Some dissonances that I might hold. But I think if I'm aware of them, I'm going to question them and try to find some harmony. Or if not, then seek it.
What if there is, is it less, I don't want to say harmful. I don't know if harmful is the word. I don't think every cognitive dissonance is harmful, right? Like, it's just, maybe distressing sometimes. I don't know. But is it less destructive or harmful or distressing, maybe, is it like a bias? Like, okay, this is, I have this dissonance and I'm aware of it and factor that into my, framework. Do you think that, I'm questioning right now, clearly,
I'm not going to tell you that you should confront your bias, but I think you are. I think you are telling you that.
Yeah, I think that I am telling you that too. I think that I find it very, 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 easy to excuse my dissonance and my bias because I am aware of it and I can factor it into the framework that I hold, right? But I am becoming less and less okay with doing so. you know, it is good to be aware of our biases, and it is good to, like, because, like, we can't eliminate them completely, right? And it is good to be able to acknowledge them, but that does not make it okay to live with them when they are staring you in the face. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't really know. That's why.
I think people live with them all the time. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's worth questioning.
Difficult. I am finding it difficult to live with this thing that is staring me in the face. I don't know how people just like go about their day every day. Just like I am so cognitively dissonant. That doesn't. It's not beautiful. Anyway. I don't know if it's causing like distress yet, but I feel like it might. I also feel like it just like affects the way I view the world in a way that I don't know if I like. I don't know, I'm not sure. But those people who told me I can't question my beliefs can suck it.
I've been seeing you do this the whole time. You're just now saying it.
I just like, it's been on my mind a lot lately.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, I don't know if you meant to me, but...
Yeah, I did
have
mean
a
to you,
question
Kat.
too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, cognitive dissonance is when you have beliefs that are conflicting, right?
Yeah. That's, yep.
So is it always important that all your beliefs are in order and that none of them conflict in any way?
So my problem here is not necessarily that it's like I believe conflicting things. It's that I reject something that I can see is the most logical answer, right? So I'm like rejecting something that I can also acknowledge is the most logical answer.
Do you have an
That is why
example?
it's dissonant. Yeah, I reject determinism, but it is the most logical like answer, right? But I still reject it, and so that is, as somebody who doesn't really have beliefs because I don't really I don't really stick to things that I don't have evidence for, right? That is very like dissonant for me, right?
What is more important for you, Kat, for a situation to be logical or sustainable?
Sustainable, I think. And that brings me to another thing. Bats, you always ask this question, is like, does it matter to you if what you believe is true? And I've really started to lean towards the no, it doesn't matter to me or to most people, even no matter how much they tell themselves that they want to believe true things. I think there's a line somewhere for everybody, you know?
Really? Interesting.
I think that and I'm not saying it's the same for every person, and I'm not saying that it's true for every person, but I'm saying, like, I think that a lot of people say, and I think that they truly believe that they want to believe true things, but I think that there's, like, a threshold, you know? Like, sometimes you hit this point where it's like, it doesn't matter if it's true or not, because this is what's sustainable. That's a good word, Bats. I have been thinking about all of this so much lately, so I'm really appreciating like the discussion, the questions.
Do you, well, I'm gonna ask at least one more question before we pull up a guest, and I do see a few in queue, but I'm always happy to give you space on this, Cat, because, yeah, like I said, I've seen you questioning this.
It's been a journey, Thrayle. We have been on a fucking journey with this.
I'm really quickly, though, going to thank It's Aussie Bear, Polly, Danny Grax, and Cassie, of course, for helping with the goal. But, Kat, I had a great question, and then
Oh,
Well, could I say something to Kat real quick while you mull your question over?
yes.
Kat, I think I think though, even though we may disagree a little bit on determinism, I think I agree with you on this matter because there are beliefs that I hold that I know not to be true. Like there's parts of me that don't believe it, and there's other parts of me that do. So I struggle a little bit with those parts, believing things that I know aren't true, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe sustainability is more important than logic.
I think it is perfectly okay to hold beliefs that may or may not be, or that you don't know, or that you know are not true if they are sustainable. And I think that people are just scared to say that because they want to believe. They want to say that they believe true things, or that they're in pursuit of that. I don't think you have to. I don't think it's important for that to be the case all the time.
Because they are sustainable. How, if they are not true, are they sustainable?
Because sometimes when you break down certain walls, you find skeletons you'd rather left behind those walls.
Skeletons?
Not the good kind like Thrayle, the bad kind.
However,
traumas and the like.
the other thing I will say is what you're hearing right now is me questioning the sustainability of this within myself, for my own, so.
And Danny Grex brings up a great question. Is sustainability include affecting other people or just yourself?
Right, that's it. That's the thing, right? Is what do you mean sustainable? But how do you classify sustainability? And then also, maybe it's what's sustainable, but for how long is it sustainable for, right?
Hey, so
That's where we're at right now. Is I'm trying to figure out. I'm questioning that whole idea of sustainability, right? That's where it is. That's where this is. But that does not change that I do think it's acceptable to believe things that may or may not be true.
I want to question that, but go ahead, Solo.
Oh, I just want a quick. What you guys are sounding, or God damn it, what you guys are talking about sounds interesting, and so could I just get a quick synopsis of what it is?
Kat rejects determinism and knows it's illogical, and is causing her cognitive dissonance that she is questioning.
I like how you talk about yourself in third person.
It seemed I don't know why I did that. I don't usually do that, but it just.
Sebastian really thinks that he thinks that's funny.
I hear off topic though, but I am gonna give you just a little more space on it.
You don't have to. I don't have to do this. We can do this another time elsewhere.
We absolutely can.
There's no believers.
Are you sure?
Huh? Well,
maybe Solo.
We can do this another time. Unless Solo has a question. I would like
maybe
to hear
Solo has a new belief.
has a question.
Yes. There are a few people in queue. I don't know if they're ghosts or not, but...
We'll start accepting ghosts. Go for it.
Go ahead, Solo.
No, I just came up to see what you guys were talking about, because I thought it sounded interesting. So
it's about how much...
Go ahead.
Where we were when you came up was about believing in things, knowing they are not true, whether or not that is. If they're sustainable, is that okay?
But believing in things, knowing, I guess I don't understand what that means. To believe in something you know isn't true.
Yeah, how Wow.
that isn't necessarily true. Maybe you don't know if it's true or not, but just like true, it kind of stemmed from how important is it to believe things that are true, right? A lot of people say that, most people say that it's very important, or that they are in pursuit of true beliefs, but I have a belief that that's not necessarily true as much as we would like it to be.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's,
Yeah.
we were kind of talking about how important the importance of believing true things and the sustainability and practicality of it.
Okay. Thrayle, don't you know, keep going on this if you want to bring somebody else up. I just came up to see what that was all about. I was curious.
I've got questions for Kat, but it's going to pull us further and further from
Can
the...
you should write them down, though. Please take a moment and write them down so you don't forget, because I do want to have this talk.
Okay.
I bring it to you because I enjoy the questions that you ask me about it. So
I had a question for you too, Kat, but we can take it later in Discord or something.
Yeah. I guess.
Go ahead, Sebastian, or Solo, either.
Yeah, for me, I think, that's logically going to lead me to ask, what it is, what it is one means when they say it's important. There might be a lot of different answers. So, yeah, and so I guess when we start questioning beliefs, we start to question them all, because whatever reason we have to do that, we can question the reason, so on and so on, but I don't know. Anywho, it was nice to see you.
that's a really good point. It's like, how do we define importance?
Yeah, you too, Solo.
I have been accepting guest requests, but so far all ghosts. So far.
Do you want to get one in, Sebastian, while the ghosts are...
Okay. So, Kat, do you believe when you unalive there's nothing? That's the end?
Oh, yeah. I've always believed that.
Is that scary?
No, I've always believed that.
Why not?
It's just like been, like, that's just what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Because I've never had a notion that it was any different.
Oh, I see. How is it not scary, though, to cease to exist forever?
I'm not really all that attached to my existence, as we know.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of have, like, it could be or could not be. I don't really...
Mm-hmm.
I like being, but I don't have to be. I won't know the difference when I'm not being, right? So.
No, it's more about now, how you think about it now. So.
Yeah, that's right. But I've always thought, like, I won't know the difference then, so there's no point in being afraid of it or, like, worrying about it, because I'm not even gonna know when it's happening.
Kat, is it important to you that other people or your peers or people that you at least respect agree with your decision, whatever it ends up being?
No. It's not important to me that people agree with me ever about things other than, like, bigotry and supremacy, those things. But, like, no, I'm not at all concerned about who agrees with me. I'd rather you guys disagree with me a lot of the time, actually.
So if you find out something is that the situation is sustainable and that your belief is better left
as it is.
As it is, yeah. would that would would you still feel the same about yourself, or do you think you'd feel less about yourself? Like, I'm trying to understand what the hesitant is here to not like to change.
Oh, there's many hesitancies, and none of them really have to do with like how I feel about myself. More as like what is practical and functional for me. No, my view of myself won't change at all. I am good with me in that regard, in most regards. I don't think that so when I say that I think that most people say they want to believe true things, but there is a limit or there's a line, or they don't, like, they believe that, but they don't really mean it. I think that's okay. Like, I have no judgment about that at all. I think that's perfectly fine.
But that is another belief that I kind of want to question. Your belief that most people have this sort of hypocrisy of a sort. But
I
I
don't
don't
think it's
want
a
to go there
hypocrisy
just
if they
yet.
really believe it.
I don't want to go there just yet because I just talked myself out of the question again. I had it again. It's gonna come back.
Is it a hypocrisy if they truly
I'll
believe
come
that,
back.
though? Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Say that again. I was really trying to find my question.
I'm sorry. Is it a hypocrisy if, like, even if it isn't true, if they truly believe that, is it a hypocrisy? If they truly believe that they are in pursuit of believing true things, regardless of what those true things are, does that, even if that is not really the case, like, even if, like, there's, like, you know, a lot of the things that we, like this whole rejection of determinism was a very, like, passive thing until I really questioned it, right? So, I would have said the same 3 months ago. I probably would have said the same thing about believing true things, but I've been questioning that, and I think that maybe it's not true, and I think that we believe that we want to believe true things, and we say that because we believe it, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
You don't know if it's necessarily the case that you want to believe true things.
No, I'm sure
There's
that
a lot
I
of we
have a
language.
requirement about believing true things. I think that we
Is
ask
it
people
we?
this a lot. I think that we, all of us, ask people this a lot, and I think that I listen very intently to the answers to this, especially in the last few months, and I don't know that I do not see how you could say that it is important that you believe true things, and also say some of the shit that those people who said it to us have said. Like, I don't know how you can be intellectually honest, or honest at all, and have both of those things going on, unless you're willfully ignorant, which is also a possibility, maybe, you know? Or maybe you think you want to believe true things, and you think the things you believe are true, kind of, or maybe you do fully, maybe you're convicted, but I think that people make a lot of, like, stretches and jumps to say that what they believe is true. And that doesn't seem like a way to truth to me. And so something has to be amiss here.
You think there's more cognitive bias than people imply, and somehow they make that work. I wanted to ask a question earlier, and it kept getting robbed of me by the quick shifts back and forth between what Kat believes of Kat and what Kat believes of other people believing what they believe. What?
It's all kind of intertwined. It came from the same place. Sorry.
What
It
is
started in the same
sustainable?
place.
Came from the same cat.
What is sustainable?
Sustainable is, this is good. In the context of belief, right? It would be like something that is going to cause, like, the least amount of harm or distress over the longest period of time. Like, that's how I would classify as sustainable.
The least amount of distress over the longest period of time.
Yes, it's sustainable belief.
Are you saying that all beliefs cause distress?
Yes, I think so.
I mean, I don't really think, if I'm following correctly, and it's really, really possible that I'm not, but I mean, I've heard a lot of people, on like posts and whatnot on these like TikTok live debates say that the reason they're doing it is because they care about true beliefs. They want people to believe what is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're saying that in like, if what they mean to say is every single thing. Like, because there's certainly things that we, that are true that we don't care about. Like how many blades of grass are out in my yard right now. I mean, there's a true answer to that, but it's not really important. I think what they're saying is that the issues that they're talking about, it's important that people believe in the truth of those matters because of some sort of, negative outcome of believing a different way. Sorry, my words aren't coming out very well, but
Those people want everybody to believe what they have determined to be true, right?
so
How
like
do we know what the truth is?
right, and so I think that that's why we have the debates, we're all sort of trying to figure it out.
That's the other reason why I don't think it's that important to be super, super concerned about, like, believing true things, is because we don't know. How are we supposed to say that we want to believe true things when we don't know what the true things are?
But would you say that it's important to you to question that very thing that you just questioned?
Question a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Question a little bit.
Right.
No.
So that's why it's important to them, maybe. It's the same thing, right? Maybe they can't help it. Maybe it's just, they care about the truth of the matter in the same way they care about preserving their life. Or,
It seems
referring
odd to me to be so concerned with a truth that nobody knows.
That nobody knows. What do you mean?
I mean, nobody knows the truth of it.
Okay, so are you claiming that nobody knows the truth of anything?
Well, I mean, I would make that claim, but I won't right now. No, what I'm making the claim of is that nobody knows the truth about. Like, we're talking about, you referenced specifically, like, talking about beliefs, religion, and God, right? Nobody knows the truth of it. So it seems silly to me to be so concerned about
origins of the universe.
Right, like, we don't know the truth. Now, we do know what we have evidence for, and I think it is wise to believe the evidence versus, a couple thousand-year-old book, but regardless, nobody knows what the truth is, right? So why are we trying to push what we have determined to be on the truth onto everybody around us? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Huh.
Just try to follow the evidence where it leads.
Guess there's a part of me whenever I'm debating somebody who's not trying to necessarily show them that they're in the wrong and I'm in the right. It's kind of my way of testing how sure it is I am of what I believe. So
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
I see your life solo as very sincere and
Miss
search for
Carew
the
asked a
truth.
great question. Oh, Miss Carew asked a great question. Miss Carew asked a great question. If one only cares about true things, can they handle uncertainty? That's a really great question. I like that a lot. And I think that's what it comes down to, right? Is a lot of people are very uncomfortable with the uncertainty.
But are you using this line of reasoning to avoid things that you might otherwise understand to be true?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're talking about it. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Is that kind of cognitive dissonance, that kind of intentional exclusion of understanding, is that healthy?
Probably not. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's healthy for most other people on most other matters. So I don't really think it's healthy for me either. But the other dissonant thing here is I do truly believe that it is not always important to believe the truth, like what is the truth, because like we can't know it, you know. So it's extremely dissonant and it's causing me distress.
And as your friend, I'm cautiously pushing you into that distress.
No, it's okay. I'm literally asking for it, so it's okay. I am prepared, and I am sitting here asking you for it. And this is why I ask you, because you're pretty good at pushing me into the distressing place without making me feel very distressed. And sometimes I need to go to the distressing place.
Yeah, I hope you let me know if I ask some questions that's too much. So
I will hold the boundary, I promise. I know where the boundary is. Now that I know where the boundary is, I didn't previously, but I do now. And I will hold it.
Okay. Just say it. Yeah.
I've also been in my own head about this for quite some time, so I'm like pretty comfortable with it. But there comes a point where I can't. Like I've hit my wall with myself, you know. I need the
external input.
Mm-hmm.
You've been
Make me
in
say
your
what
vat.
is energy, Morgan.
Said external input, Jesus.
I thought you said energy.
No, she definitely said input. Oh.
I'm so glad you didn't ask me that earlier, Thrayle, when I talk about the eternal universe and energy that is.
I thought it
Yeah,
for a
thank you.
split second. I'm
Yeah.
impressed by it.
Thanks.
Oh my god, I haven't. Okay, so when I'm answering questions, I don't ever look at the screen because it, like, my stream of consciousness is better. But thank you guys for the gifts. That's so nice.
I have that same problem.
Wow.
When I'm speaking on panel, I tend not to look at the screen for whatever reason.
Yeah, me too sometimes.
When I'm asking questions, I'm usually watching because I'm watching the comments and stuff. But when I'm answering them, I have to like focus.
Yeah.
So I don't look at the screen.
Solo. W solo.
W. Salovino in the chat. Sure.
Yeah.
Miss Guru has another good question. Is anything ever
That's the
really
time
true?
I was stalling for. Was another great question from Miss Kuru.
Is anything ever really true if anything can be proven otherwise?
Yeah, no, I don't think that objective truth is accessible to humans. I think that there probably is one for sure, or several maybe, but I don't think it's accessible.
Yo.
Whoa. Hey.
Does any of you guys believe in like spirits and stuff?
Hey Eric, can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
How old do I sound? Just a question. I'll be honest too.
Not old enough.
Huh? What did you say?
Yo, does any of you guys believe in spirits? It's like probably not the best opening.
Yo.
Conversation, no less.
Also, yo, how old do I sound? Makes you sound even younger. So.
Does any of you guys believe in spirits? Is what really got me.
Like, yo, man, you're a fetus off this page.
So I like the question, but it seems like the answer to me would be obvious, right? So is anything ever really true if anything can be proven otherwise? Well, if that, so you have to ask yourself the question: if that were true, would that be true? Right. So it's to me, it's kind of weird to ask the question. To ask the question, is anything ever really true? Because if the answer was no, well, then that would be the truth. And so I think we have to bedrock.
It's like a paradox.
Yeah, I mean, we get caught in this like unproductive state of infinite regress, right? Like it's just like we're circular. But like it is a decent thought experiment.
I mean, unless you think you're, brain in a vat, then yeah, I think there are objective truth in this world. I don't think anything can be proven
Or maybe
wrong.
the objective truth is that I'm a brain in the vat.
Here we go.
If you're a brain in a vat, wouldn't we all have to be brains in your vat with you to be able to communicate? Because there's no way you can be a brain in a vat and I can be a brain in a vat and we'll communicate.
I'm working that out. I'm working on a short story. I'm working the whole
Working on the theory.
Out.
The cat's theory.
But yeah, no, I mean maybe there's one singular brain in one singular vat floating through space and that's it. I don't know.
Wild.
Wouldn't that be fucking wild, dude?
I'm sorry, I didn't laugh of you, cat. It's just the image of the
Are you a
brain in a vat floating
cosmic
in
space cat?
It's heretical when I need an AI-generated image of a cosmic space cat in a vat.
He was there like half hour ago.
That'd be so
good. So it's imagining all of existence.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
So imagining us here. We're not real.
Can you tell me the difference between this belief and unconscious coma Jesus?
Oh, there is none.
There's no difference. So this is coma Jesus kitty, coma Jesus space kitty.
I mean, maybe okay. I mean, there is in the details of the belief, but as far as like the veracity of it, yeah, there's no difference in the veracity of those beliefs.
No, I mean in the structure.
Oh, in the structure? Oh, yeah, no, I mean, feline in a jar floating through space is definitely not Jesus in a coma in heaven, for sure. No, not the same. But they come from the same kind of place, I think.
They kind of cast the same shadow.
Yeah. It's it's the same belief in a different bat.
A shadow of assumptions.
I don't know about well.
Huzzah! Greetings.
Hello.
Hello, Citizen X. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Damn it! I was 39 2 days ago.
Well, happy birthday 2 days ago. Do you have
No
a
need,
belief?
thank you.
Do you have a belief in a god or God's higher power or anything like that?
I do contend and fluctuate with belief systems that I once adopted when I was a child. It's more like a skill, a belief system. When do you apply it? What method do you use? What part of your brain is supposed to function?
Do you currently believe that there's a God?
I am a Hinduist. I believe in one God above all. So I do observe pantheons, but I don't believe in them. Rather, I observe how they interconnect with symbology and things like that. And like you said, sustainability and practicality.
When you say you believe in one above all, that one above all, what is that?
Well, I gave the analogy of the all-seeing eye in the comments box, as opposed to Ophanim or Seraphim that have many eyes, or humans that have 2 eyes or 3. Like when I operate and function daily, I see with my mind's eye, even when my 2 eyes are closed. So in there I find ideas, or ideas can come to me which are foreign, that didn't originate in my skull, of experiences outside my firmament.
How do you know that these ideas don't come from within your skull, as you put it?
Good question. Well, in the past, I meditated a bit. I sat there and sought to identify with what disturbance comes first, what external forces or internal forces. Is an itch on the body, a knock at the door, an urge to get up and move, or respond to something. And when I found stillness, the space between thoughts, feelings, and urges, I began to time travel in my memory of, the mortuary of memories, the mind. And some experiences were out of my control, but become memories, and I do carry. So, identifying with the ability to separate from experience and external interference, it's hard to describe, but external interference. Cognitive dissonance could be internal and external. So I separate self rather than complete self in one compound being. I identify with my organizations, although many people will.
Do you remember the question that I asked you?
Never!
Does anybody else have any questions for this guest?
Nope. Please. That'll be great, actually. Your first question was great. It opened a can of worms.
I'm sorry, did you say never?
Never. May I ask you a question, host, if I may?
Probably not, but we'll hear the question.
Probability. All right. About belief systems. Yeah, that was your initial routing. I was drawn to that because I contend with belief systems. I do fluctuate, so I can openly say it. But is it something that needs doctoring, prognosing and diagnosing? Or is it actually fine how it is? My level of belief or disbelief?
Sounds like a question you should ask yourself.
I've asked myself 1,000 times. And I think
Why
I
does
have
it
to
matter what
appreciate.
anybody else thinks?
I have to appreciate the external, even gender roles are part of the cosmic balance to be aware of. So
Why are you?
Why would
Why?
gender roles?
I can't close myself and sit there as a male and just sit there in meditation and complete the mind. I have to identify with mother, father, perhaps partner or business ally.
Why do you need such labels to understand yourself?
No, I don't.
This
But
got
these are the
gross
things
real
that are.
quick.
These are the emerald tablets of Thoth. That's why. So it's like cause and
There
effect.
it is.
Certain principles.
So-
Certain principles I live with, really.
Tablets of Thoth.
Yeah, hermetic
Listen,
principles.
why do you answer so quickly every time?
Time's running
Like-
out.
Because he doesn't actually question anything. He's just
I
here
do.
to preach.
I don't.
Have
I'm
you
not
ever
different.
like stopped and think for a moment and really think about what we're asking?
Never.
You asked me about belief systems, not how they're formed or what they use, but I'm just filling in blanks. If it's not welcome, it's fine. I'm not gonna.
Thrayle. I'm sorry.
I'm not forcing. There's also opportunity to learn, but you know, like you said, if I test myself, if you're testing yourself by the response of others, which I do that myself, I resonate with that. Is it comfortable that I'm mirroring or measuring or matching? That's okay. I'm not.
Here's the thing, though, citizen. You're not mirroring, measuring, or matching. You're
Go on.
being obtuse. You're being evasive, and you're preaching.
Well, that's three parts of me I don't
Also-
recognize entirely.
Also, like when like earlier, a moment ago, I feel like related to this, I had said that I had reached my limit with myself, and so now I needed to engage with my friends here about these things, and that wasn't to mirror or to match or to like have
Measure.
them change my mind or anything. It was to be able to expand the thoughts that I'm having outside of myself, right? Like I'm not, this is an exploration and not of things that might be outside of my purview, not a dive into what they think about me. Like I don't care what they think about me. I think I care about like expanding my own view.
Results.
Right, so maybe a reframing of the way you're thinking about and approaching this, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, I take that on board because you know I'm not a definitive thing. I fluctuate. My effort to mirror, measure, or what's the one now? But I like what you said about cognitive dissonance because I studied that. I experienced that, even though I studied it and got a qualification in it. I still experience this cognitive dissonance.
In cognitive dissonance.
Well, in understanding it and testing it, like through social science and humanities studies, it sounds it's poxy. I get it. It's not really a qualification, is it? But it's a sphere of awareness that I never had before I did the study, like biblical studies. It's a certain sphere of awareness. But imagine this: we've got our kidneys are in the same place, unless you haven't got one.
Sphere of awareness.
Go on, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on. Does anybody have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that? If you do, then go ahead
Somebody
and quest
does.
on up if you can communicate.
I was so lost.
It got very weird, very, very weird, very quickly.
We said it too many times, Thrayle. We said it.
He was here earlier. He was before you said it.
Oh, good.
Did we all just get sideswiped in a drive-by of religious superiority right there? Is that what happened?
Yes. It was just
Yeah,
weird.
it was in a hurry.
I was gonna ask one more question, something about can you even question, but I just heard never again in my head. Figured.
Never.
As soon as we start bringing gender into a conversation about religious beliefs, like that's like I'm out, man. I'm out.
I am gonna.
Don't
have to
worry,
end the
he
live
clarified everything in the comments now. So
soon. I'm gonna have to end the live soon, but I am gonna let a few questions. Just because I have a weird Saturday going on, and I'm gonna miss out. Hang on there, New Lamp. We'll get to you, but I'm gonna miss out on doing a live tonight. So, just so everybody knows, if you want to know where everyone's hiding when I'm not live, you might find them in the Discord, the link tree in my bio, or in the Batcolyte's bio. Will help you get there.
Thrayle, as much as I love New Lamp, I don't think I have the social battery to participate in this. I would like to
Hold
listen
on,
to
hold
it
on. Whoa.
from the
Sister, why
comments.
you dissing me? I'm not even gonna come with
You
the
invoked him.
with the usual this time. I'm gonna come with the next
New Lamp,
dream.
New
It's the
Lamp, it's
next
not
one
about
this
Hello,
time,
New
you.
Lamp.
sister.
It's
Can I
not
get your
about you.
age?
It's about me. I promise.
She's just got a drained social battery. It's nothing about you, friend.
I'll let you go, Cap, but I can't do it without pointing out that you did kind of manifest him.
You told me it was here before I did that, so nope, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
So you just conveniently will.
I agree with Thrayle. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I agree with girl. Yo, why?
Do you see why I said I don't have the social battery for this right now?
Yeah, I got a quick mute button.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, New Lamp. I appreciate you swinging by. Just real quick though, before we do end the live, which I think is gonna happen soon, despite me not having a poem. I think I know which one to read. Yeah, I know which one to read. So before we do that though, New Lamp, can you question your beliefs?
Thank you. Yes, I can.
What does that
And
mean?
I'm pretty much. It seems like on TikTok, I'm the only one who can. No one else that I've seen so far. I'm not saying there isn't. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
No. Look. I'm not putting myself like above anything. Look, I'm a scrub on the street. Okay, passenger side. Not anymore. I mean, I drive a 5-speed. Okay, now. But like back in the days, like I'm nothing. Okay, I'm just like one of y'all. Yet Jesus chose me. Now I had 2 dreams when I see Jesus. First one I shared and Thor Bat already knows what's up. You know what I'm saying with that. He knows it like from start to finish. So I'm not even gonna bring that one up this time. So watch that. The next one I'm gonna bring up now. All right. So here's what happened. And this one you can check on my TikTok. And,
why are you yelling?
and I actually like illustrated it just to make it easy for y'all.
Stop.
Since some people are slow, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta. What happened?
You're kind of just shouting at everybody over everybody, and that's not helpful. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be closer to home time than. Yeah. I was gonna really quickly see if I could get one together while he talked, but I just
I don't know
couldn't.
why that's so entertaining to me.
You were planning on multitasking through that, Thrayle?
I was, but the shouting made it impossible. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
You should have known he was going to
How?
shout at us, Thrayle. That seems like a oversight on your part.
He calmed down for a moment there, and then he built it back up.
I think his beliefs make him very excited or something.
Yeah.
Like,
You would be excited too if you saw Jesus in an elevator.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably would be excited, or at least traumatized.
How did he know it was Jesus? and not just someone looking like Jesus.
There's many layers.
Are you saying it was a sandwich in the elevator the whole time?
It absolutely fucking was, dude. It's like when the sandwich pops out from behind the curtain and goes, "Gotcha." Yeah.
Is that an
Gotcha.
experience that you've had?
It's like the ultimate cosmic gotcha.
What is
I
it with
feel
all
like a
the
fever dream, like a sandwich popping out, scaring you.
what is it though with all these pious people daunting us with their presence this evening though, like this morning or whatever? Like, what is it with like, oh my goodness, I'm special and I'm here. Like, I hope I wasn't like that when I was a Christian. I don't remember thinking I was special.
That's all I'm doing. So
You're the exception, Silvino. You can be special. My mom told me I was special once.
Yeah, W solo in the chat.
But I meant to ask you, Silvino, do you have an opinion on which is more important, sustainability or logic?
I guess I don't really understand that question.
Is it better for a belief to be logical or sustainable?
The belief itself sustainable?
Yeah, the belief. Like, should it be like a logical truth that we've clearly studied through and know for at least to the clear certainty we can, or should it be like something that, well, it works, so we're just not gonna, ain't broke, don't fix it?
Well, I mean, the first thing that I would say is that there's plenty of people who, I think, believe true things, but have illogical ways of believing them. So I wouldn't necessarily say that something has to be fleshed out logically in order for them to have a true belief or a sustainable one, if that's what we're saying by, if that's what we mean by sustainability. I'm not necessarily sure I understand this sustainability idea.
I guess like an example would be like a logical belief might be like, say, atheism. I think we could probably agree on that, I guess. But like then a illogical belief that I might hold was be like one of me believes that Mother Earth exists, and she gets a lot of comfort and like is able to go through life believing that much easier than the reality, and so it's sustainable for her. But it's not logical. It's just keeping her going.
So I guess maybe we're using logical, maybe in a different way. So are you saying that she believed that without using valid reasoning? Is that what you mean by it's not logical?
Well, she has her own reasoning, but I wouldn't say it's like by any means evidence or like proof or like something that people should take as like, oh, that means Gaia exists. No, it's just a personal anecdotal experiences that make her believe that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, Sebastian. Just don't do it. Let's see. I don't really know.
It's a tough one. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out if I need to break the news or bite the bullet or whatever. I don't know.
I like this whole idea of whether or not something's important or not, but I think one needs to really flesh out what it is when what they mean when they say that. Is it important to you? I'm not a Christian, if atheism is true, isn't important or valuable because if atheism is true, then once I'm gone, then it's just over. There's nothing. And so there was no
They tell
point.
you that?
dinner. That's off, but you guys are all awesome. I really do appreciate your conversation in a TikTok. So amazing. It's the sync live chat, so including the sleepers, but everyone who came up on panel to question their beliefs or to question others or me. Thank you to everybody who came up for that. And just thank you to the mods, of course. Thank you guys. Without you, we wouldn't have the space that is just right for the best audience on TikTok. So thank you. I would go through the whole Discord thing, where Linktree in the bio will take you to the Discord, and then you gotta read the rules. But Sebastian already covered that, right? And Morgan and Bats. You gotta read the rules or else it looks empty. And if you can agree to them, then you find out you're not alone. Pretty easy. But if you do stumble across the Venmo or the Cash App in the Linktree and you want to show your support that way, it is always appreciated. And I truly do thank every one of you who helps. That way it makes all the difference in the world. So thank you. And I think there's really only one more thing. One more boulder to push up the hill, as Rav was saying earlier. Waits at the foot of a hill, no title given, no higher will. The path is plain, the weight is real. It asks for hands, not how to feel. Some say the climb was meant to teach a lesson set just out of reach. They promise sense beyond the strain, but never show how sense is gained. Certainty speaks like it's been there, like endings prove the start was fair. It claims the work must point to more, or else the work is something poor. The hill responds with steady ground, with breath that breaks but stays around. Note something steady ground, with no verdict by passing time. Each slip repeats the same reply. Nothing confirms, and nothing lies. The fall explains no hidden plan. It only shows what weight can stand. Lip, and nothing lies in plan. It only shows hope, offers meaning fully formed. The fall explains no hidden plan. Fully formed, but every leaf before it's real. So hands, no sacred how. The push continues unassured because this moment still endures. The stone will fall away. The hill will stay. No final word will end the day. And still, the climb is not in, it lives in the doing, not in the claim. Word. And still, it lives not in the claim. And on that note, until the next time we meet in darkness and seek wisdom together. On that note,
that they should have money and they shouldn't go on a date without any? Did he hear me or he sleep?
You like talking to people you can get over with.
He muted. Come again?
Huh? Oh my goodness. Okay. Should a broke man go on a date with a woman without no money? Should he be on a date?
Yes. She should pay for him. What's wrong with paying for him? What's wrong with helping a brother out?
Sir, we're not helping no brothers out. Because you're the one that asked the person on a date, sir. You're the man. You asked the person out on a date. Should you go on a date if you don't have any money?
It's not all the time men get asked on a date. Women take men on dates.
Yeah.
I've been on plenty of dates when I was broke, and plenty of women paid for me, and I enjoyed myself, and it made me feel good.
Pathetic. Y'all men are
Ridiculous.
pathetic with that.
First
I'm
of all,
on now.
dating a woman doesn't even consist of paying on a
okay
date.
to take a broke
It's
girl on
simply
a
what it
date?
is. It's going out
No,
there.
we're not
Me and
talking
her-
about broke women, sir. We're talking about broke men. So should broke men be
Still a
allowed
part
to
of the
date?
conversation. It's
Yes.
still a part of the conversation.
It's not a part of the conversation, but if you throw a TikTok lion for $312, we can make it the conversation, sir.
You know, but you should help your broke.
So since you said that you ain't paid for a date, can you throw $312 to change the topic?
You should help these broke men. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with helping
Okay, so we're
broke
gonna
men.
stick on the broke men? Okay.
Yeah, help the broke man out. Help the
No.
broke man out. Pull him up. Why bash him and kick him while he down?
No, ain't no kicking. I'm telling him to go date a job. Not date anyone, but date a job. Do that.
He can date and go get the job.
Mr. Fisher, why don't you ask Miss Real Moneybags, which is a hood terminology that we use in the hood, the doctor. Why she ain't up here with her doctor credentials?
What? Who has?
Man, her bio say option day trader, man.
Real money bags.
Yeah, there's a thing called multiple sources of income, sir.
We're
That's
not
something that
talking-
you should worry about.
Why are y'all?
Why are you? Why just be? Why are you always? Why are you still on that about what she doing? And
He's
not
obsessed.
on the topic?
Because I can be.
Jealousy.
If I drop my
that's what
practice,
it
you guys will be
sounds like.
real embarrassed. Just
You
stop.
want? You
God.
want? Do you want to be a doctor? I don't
Thank
know.
you,
What,
Dina.
I mean, what is the problem?
Well, I'm married to a doctor.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. So there goes that.
Hey,
See how funny that
he
was?
good with his hands.
All right. So D Nice is
See
up
how
here.
funny
D-Nice.
that was there? Exactly.
D-Nice, you with us?
There ain't no
I'm
more
with y'all
doctor
listening.
than I am
I'm just
a lawyer.
listening to y'all do y'all thing.
I'm a lawyer. She a doctor, I'm a lawyer.
You guys are
We're
really
talking about
embarrassing.
that. We're talking about.
I'm a Grammy Award producer.
Right.
Okay, well, whatever. We're not talking about
I
that.
feel really good right now.
We're
You
talking
guys are
about
seeing
broke
me
men.
so highly.
And this is
Thank
what
you.
I say.
Real
This is what I say as far
I've
as
been
a
in the
broke
studio
man.
all night.
A broke man should not be allowed to date at all. He should be able to provide and take care of himself. If he's looking for this motivation that y'all said, I mean, he can get that motivation. But I say it, and I say it best: go home to your mother.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's where y'all need to go get that love too. Y'all keep talking
Yeah,
about.
all this love and this motivation that y'all want people to pat you on the back. Go home to your mother.
Why you
Broke
like it?
broke men should be allowed to date in 2026, man. It's a proven fact.
Can your kids come back to you?
Love don't cost a thing. And if you moving with the motion, you know what I'm saying, to get the ocean flowing, it's all good.
If you moving with your kids, wait a minute. If you moving with the motion to get the ocean, no.
You can stay there rent free.
No.
So you saying Jesus didn't deserve to get?
We're not talking about Jesus because y'all don't talk about him.
We ain't talking about religion.
We don't talk about
We
religion
ain't
on
talking
here,
about
sir.
religion.
We
Only
don't
broke
talk no
men.
religion on here.
Only broke men. Only
We ain't
broke
talking
men.
about nobody's mother neither.
He was broke though.
We're not
That ain't
talking
the
about
topic.
Jesus.
Talking about somebody's mother
what
ain't the topic
I
either.
said was, I said that this motivated woman to build y'all up when y'all broke. I said you can
Go back
have
to
that.
your
You just
mother.
go home to your mother.
Can your kids come
Man.
back to you?
Broke man, put that leg on her. Make sure your leg good.
Oh, all right.
She'll go to work for you. She'll bring the money home to you.
I want to
your
know if her
son was
kids can
broke,
go back to her.
If your son was
Bro, my children won't come back because they ain't gonna be broke. They have a job.
Yeah, I asked you, can they? If they
They
was
have a
broke.
job. They don't. They would.
if your son
If
was
they
broke,
was
then
They'll
broke.
make it work. They go and get a job
If they
and go
was
provide
broke,
for
can they
themselves. That's
come
what
back
they
to
should
you?
do. But since y'all want a woman and
I
y'all
put
don't
a
want to work,
scenario in there.
y'all
I
don't want to
said
work.
if.
If you don't want to work and you don't want to go get
I
no
said
money,
if.
and you all about what you're talking about, a woman building you up, then go home to your mother.
Mr.
Let her
Official,
teach you. Let her teach you.
if your kids go broke,
But
can
if
they
you
come
wanna
back to
be-
you?
But if you want to be strong and independent, why you want to let him be a housewife?
They probably don't want
A
to come back.
housewife.
Yeah, let them be a
Now that's
housewife.
what y'all want to be, housewives now.
No, let them
Instead
be
of
a
going out
housewife.
there and so y'all want to flip the roles and do all that now? When you
flip
should be
the
a
role.
provider, you want to be a man. You should be a
flip the role.
provider. What are you
Kids probably
talking
rather
about?
live with their dad.
You flip the role.
I'm not flipping no role. I want a
You're
man that's
strong.
able to provide, protect, and lead, and go out there and get out a job. Y'all want women to motivate y'all and get y'all off the seat of do nothing.
Man,
That pull yourself up, then you're gonna always be up. How about that?
How about you
How
help?
about that?
No. How about that?
How about that?
Helping is caring.
Men lose their jobs every day.
How about you help? How about you
How
help?
about that?
No. How about that?